Promise that you sing about it forever. 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 Promise that you sing about it
forever. All right, Shalom to the elect of Israel, to the hopeful elect of Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians, and the foreign Israelites that look like the other nations scattered across the four corners of the earth. I want to give all praises to Barak, Yahawah, Barak, Yahawashi, Barak, Yahawah, Barak, Yahawashi. Got to give all praises to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rawchaa, Qadash, name of the Heavenly Father. Everybody ignorantly calls God his true name in the ancient Hebrew. In the Rawchaa Qadash, his true name is Yahawah. Bahasham means in the name of. Yahawashi is the Holy One of Israel, who everybody ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, a so-called Negro from the tribe of Judah, who was slain at the foundations of the earth for the salvation of the elect of Israel on this side, and for the remainder of Israel after the destruction. And the Rawchaa Qadash is the Holy Spirit that has been bestowed upon the men that the Heavenly Father gave his only begotten Son out of the world to finish his work. Finish his work. So we always want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, led us to this truth, been ordained by the Lord to teach the flock how to live, repent, pray, fast, and show forth the Lord's righteousness and mercy, judgment, forgiveness and wrath to all those who are part of the elect and to the hopeful elect. Lord, when we part of that number, Lord, wouldn't us be able to find those who fear the name of the Lord and are striving to show forth the Lord's righteousness every day to the best of their abilities. His judgment always comes to light. Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 5. It is not slack. 2 Peter 3, 9. And it's unto a ring. 2 Esdras 5:42. The waterfall, you sincere believers tuning in here and on after Yahawah Bahasham, Yahawashi Bahasham, Rawchaa Qadash Barakathum. We're going to get into a lesson going into a couple articles, several articles the Lord put the Spirit on me to deal with. The title is Cyberattacks are targeting U.S. water systems and then U.S. troops on frontline islands near China. Okay, and this is Taiwan basically confirming that. Show you that this World War III is getting closer, day by day. So Lord willing, to edifying to the flock. Go ahead and get started with that first part of the title. It says Cyberattacks are targeting the U.S. water systems, warns EPA and the White House. So it says Biden administration is asking states to bolster security for water and wastewater systems, warning that utilities across the country are being targeted by disabling cyber attacks. A letter sent to all U.S. governors on Tuesday, the White House and the Environmental Protection Agency, which is the EPA, cited ongoing threats from hackers linked with Iranian and Chinese governments. So basically the BRICS, right? Warning that similar attacks could disrupt access to clean drinking water and impose significant costs on affected communities. Okay. They're supposed to be having a meeting. Environmental Health and Homeland Security secretaries have been invited to a meeting on March 21st to discuss safeguarding requirements to protect critical water infrastructure against cyber attacks. So, you know, this is the first thing you do when you try to take down a nation. You attack it from inside. You attack certain things that's going to cost them, you know, cost the economy. That's how you take down a system. The economy has to be deteriorated before, you know, you can really hit it. And that's what they're doing, you know. But ultimately, it's Yahawah, Bahasham, and Yahawashi having these nations come against this place. We're going to go to Obadiah. Chapter 1, verse 1. And it reads, the vision of Obadiah. Thus saith the Lord Yahawah, Bahasham, and Yahawashi concerning Edom. That's talking about Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. We have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen, right? So they have ambassadors that come to these nations. They always have ambassadors, right? And what are they saying? Arise ye and let us rise up against her in battle. They're talking about go against America, Babylon the Great. It's like it's time to hit them now. Hit them wherever we got, you know, and that's what they're doing. They're starting on the infrastructure. They're starting shutting down water systems, you know, stuff like that. So we'll just leave it at that. We don't want to go too much into it, but this is the work of the Lord doing this. This is Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 14. And it reads, put yourselves in array against Babylon round about. This is America, Babylon the Great, you know. This is what they talk about in the scriptures. This place is spiritually Sodom and Egypt. Revelation chapter 11, verse 8. You know, it's spiritually Sodom because, you know, Sodom and Gomorrah. You know, what were they doing there? They were doing sodomy. What are they doing here? Same thing. You know, the Rainbow Committee, them motherfuckers. And then you got, you know, reason why, you know, we say Egypt because, you know, the modern day Egyptians is Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, because they're the ones who have the Israel, which is Jacob, Israel. They got Jake, and they don't want to let us go. Okay, that's how it was back then in the old Egypt. You know, the so-called Africans were the Egyptians at that time. You know, those were that's who had us and didn't want to let us go that time. See what I'm saying? But now it's being transferred over to the so-called white man, because it says in Ecclesiastes chapter 1, verse 9, what happens once shall happen again. So this is the same story happening all over again on a mass scale. This is basically Sodom and Gomorrah being destroyed all over again. But last time it was 5 cities, now it's 50. Or not, yeah, 5 cities, like 5 states, if you would say. And now it's 50 states. See what I'm saying? And they're all finna be set on fire. This is all story happening all over again. So, as it says, Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 14, put yourselves in array against Babylon round about. All ye that bend the bow, shoot at her. It ain't talking about arrows, it's talking about missiles. Spare no arrows, for she have sinned against the Lord. And that's how America, Babylon, and Great is going to be ended in utter fire. Okay. Next article. Taiwan confirms U.S. troops on frontline islands near China. Says Taiwan has confirmed there are U.S. troops stationed on the islands in the Taiwan Strait on a permanent basis, including an island just over a mile off of China's southeast coast. So they're being prepared for this war, right? The National Defense Authorization Act, the NDAA, in 2023 paved the way for their arrival to conduct training programs for troops on Taiwan's front line. This is what they're doing. They're getting ready for World War III, you know, and it's ultimately going to end in the battle of Armageddon, you know, and that word Armageddon, when you look it up in the Hebrew, I can't remember how to actually say it, but it means army of troops. I got it in my notes. I might go put it down there. It's been a while since I looked at it. You know, I got a lot of notes. I try to remember, but you know, don't really got a lot of time. So I'm Lord willing, I can go get it and put it in the comment board. But it means army of troops, like, you know, a lot of troops. Okay. And the Lord is hosting the battle. This is Revelation chapter 16, verse 15. It reads, "Behold, I come as a thief. Blessed is he that watcheth and keepeth his garments, lest he walk naked and they see his shame." What is that saying? If you don't got this truth and you're an Israelite, the other nations are looking at you as a joke. And 2/3 of our people think it's the other way around. Okay, that's why, you know, a lot of them end up getting misused in the system because they try to make them seem like, oh yeah, you somebody important, Jake, and they just play them. You see what I'm saying? But with us in the truth, they don't really, you know, they don't try to do that to us because they know we not naked. We have this understanding who they are, who we are, you know, and it terrifies them because they did a lot of things to keep this truth hidden. You know, 2/3, they still see their shame. They don't know Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. And that's talking about the 2/3 of Israelites in America, Babylon the Great. Verse 16, "And he gathered them together into the place called in the Hebrew tongue Armageddon." Like I said, it means Valley of Troops. You know, and Armageddon is basically, you know, tied into World War III. It's Revelation chapter 11, verse 14. And it reads, "The second woe was past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly." That's what we're seeing. World War III is coming quick, you know. And not let alone they over there on the Taiwan Strait getting ready for battle permanently. Okay, because we know they're gonna come against the East Edom as a whole. They're gonna hit those Edomites over there in the Holy Land right now in Israel. Okay, because that's not their land. They're over there saying they're Israel, but they're not. They're Edomites or Idumea, the Idumeans. Okay, they're not so-called white people. That's what they did to make sure we didn't know who the fuck they are, but now we know because we got elders and apostles who broke all this stuff down to us. So it's also Houthi, okay, which is talking about they're backed by Iran. Houthi cruise missile hits Israel in Omnimus first. So this is the first cruise missile that has hit that is you know, Iranian-backed group. It struck Israel's territory. Okay, so that's showing you that things are speeding up, things are changing. Okay, and it's showing you that there's a progression to this the level of what Yahawah is about to do, you know. And like I said, blessed is he that's watcheth. Well, blessed is he that watcheth. Yeah. So what do you think we're doing? We're watching. We're seeing what Yahawah is doing, and this is the stuff that he's doing. And he's also making sure that he's keeping account of all the wicked ass shit Esau Edom is doing, so he can be held accountable and punished correctly, which is utter destruction forever after 1,000 years of slavery. It's the next article. Over 700 million pounds of Amazon's recyclable plastic packaging is dumped into environment each year, where chemicals infest livestock, human organs, and even clouds, right? And I talked about this a couple months ago. There's a mountain of discarded clothes in Chile too. It's so many fucking clothes just laying out there. Like you can see that shit from space, man. It's just polluted. This place is polluted because of Esau Edom and his want for riches. Okay. So it's the environmental disaster hiding. It's the environmental disaster hiding in plain sight. A new report finds that Amazon's recyclable plastic packaging generates 709 million pounds of waste each year. It ain't just talking about 1 year. Every fucking year, man. That's how much plastic is being thrown out there. And nearly all of that tonnage equivalent in weight to 3 aircraft carriers threatens to degrade into ever tinier and more dangerous micro and nanoplastics. In recent years, scientists have made repeated microplastics into all facets of life on Earth, linking it to cancer, cell death, heart disease, Alzheimer's, and Parkinson's. The plastic waste is created by the e-commerce giant by itself. It's enough to circle the Earth more than 800 times. A figure that doesn't include Amazon's many millions of tons of cardboard, nor any of its unrecyclable packaging plastic. See, some of that stuff is unrecyclable, you know? Adding insult to injury, the new report found Amazon's so-called recyclable plastic requires customers to drive their waste packaging to special drop-off locations where plastic film is accepted. Given customer expectations, Amazon door-to-door convenience less than 5% of plastic tracked by a new study never makes it to the recycling center, man. See what I'm saying? Esau got to get the fuck out of here for this shit, man. You got to go, bro. You know, and the earth is mourning because of this shit. The animals are sick. Everything's fucked up. We got to get the fuck out of here, man. That's why the Lord said he got to shorten the time for the elect's sake, or we'd all be fucking through. They just dumping this shit out there, man. We got to get the fuck out of here, man. We don't want to stay here no more. It's Ezekiel chapter 35. We're going to read a little bit of this. It says, moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me saying, son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir, right? That's where Esau, Edom came out of, the mountains. It's where you get Caucasian from, okay? And shalom to everybody on the convoy. Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash, Barak, Atha. The water for tuning in, y'all. So, son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it, right? And say unto it, thus saith the Lord, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. And that's what the Lord's doing. He's got these other nations coming to make this place desolate, right? Because this is the excellent of the Chaldees here. You know, the so-called white man. That's what this place is, America, Babylon the Great. Verse 4, I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord, right? Why? Because thou hast a perpetual hatred and has shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword. Who was blessed with the sword? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. That's why they got it, right? So the Lord blessed them with the sword through Isaac. You know, he Isaac, and that's how you know Isaac was Yahawashi, because how was Isaac able to give the fatness of the earth and the sword to a whole nation of people? Only the Lord, it said only the Lord is the one who has dominion over everything. Okay, and that's how they got that. But he didn't tell them they were going to die by that same sword. And it's gonna. I'm telling you, this is what the Lord planned. This isn't our plan. We're telling you what he's doing, right? So by force of the sword and the time of their calamity, right, and the time that their iniquity had an end, right? Iniquity means sin upon sin. Therefore, as I live, thus saith the Lord, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. And that's why Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, is always trying to push violence on Jake. He's trying to get Jake to like Grand Theft Auto and shit and think it's cool shooting and shit and being in the gang and shit. And they got all these people out here rapping and doing all that because they want you to think like them, because they know that they're finna get a cost for all the blood that they've shed. So they want you to be a bloodshedder too. They want you to be somebody who think that's the way to go. Like that's something cool to do. And then you get caught up with their ass because they know they're going down. They just trying to get as many Jakes as they can to be like them so they can get taken out too. He's going to take as many as he can with him. But in the end of the day, all Israel coming home. So all his efforts is going to be for nothing. Just 2/3 of our people over here in America, Babylon the Great, is going get set on fire from trying to be like him. They still gonna go home, but it's gonna be like you're gonna be forced. Verse 7, thus I will make Mount Seir most desolate and cut off from it from him that passes out of him that returneth, right? And I will fill all his mountains with his slain men on thy hills. And that's talking about the mountains, are talking about the nations, all throughout the nations, not just over here in America, Babylon the Great. He gonna get their ass wherever they at, because Esau Edom went all over the earth and rebuilt the desolate places. He coming to get Esau wherever the fuck he's at, but it's mainly here in America, Babylon the Great, right? In thy hills and in thy valleys and in thy rivers, and they shall fall that are slain with the sword. And I will make thee perpetual desolations, and thy city shall not return. And ye shall know that I am the Lord Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, because thou hast said, these two nations and these two countries shall be mine, and we will possess it, whereas the Lord was there, right? Wherefore, as I live, thus saith the Lord Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, I will even do according to thine anger and according to thy envy, which thou hast used out of thy hatred against them. Who's that talking about? The Israelites. And those two nations, we're talking about basically the east and the west, but you can also compare it to the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom, okay, of Israelites. Okay. So, which thou hast used out of thy hatred against them, and I will make thyself known among them when I have judged thee. And that's what's coming. Thou shalt know I am the Lord, right? And that I have heard all thy blasphemies which thou hast spoken against the mountains of Israel, saying they are laid desolate. They are given us to consume. That's what they think. They think the Lord gave us over for them to consume us, just use us until we no more. But he didn't do it because of that. He did that to correct his sons. And now he's like, you get what you're supposed to be doing. There was a certain amount of time that the trotting of the Gentiles had to be. These people who are not Israelites, it was a certain time amount they was going to do this, and then the Lord's going to take their ass out the way. Verse 13, thus with your mouth ye have boasted against me, and have multiplied your words against me. I have heard them. Esau, even the Lord knows everything your ass said, man. Right? Verse 14, thus saith the Lord Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, when the whole earth rejoiceth, I will make thee desolate. The earth is going to be glad. All the animals and everything going to rejoice when these bastards is out of here, man. Verse 15, as thou didst rejoice at the inheritance of the house of Israel, okay, because it was desolate. They was glad that we was, cast out and out here, without nothing. So what do you think we're going to feel like when his ass gone? We're going to be fucking glad. So will I do unto thee. Thou shalt be desolate, O Mount Seir, and all Idumea, even all of it. And they shall know that I am the Lord Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. That's how we know Esau, even so-called white man, his ass is through, man. It's all over the scriptures that let you know. Okay, and while that's all going on, demons is plaguing the fucking earth. Next article. Wayne mother charged with murdering daughter claimed 8-year-old was possessed by demons. Okay. And really it could have been both of them was possessed by demons. Who knows? But demon possession is very real. We're going to take an account of this in the scriptures. Go to the blue letter. I'm going to go to Mark chapter 5. And I'm going to get to the point. He's basically going into Yahawashi. He's seen this man on the road. Okay. And this man had many demons in him. When you go into it. But I'm going to get to the point. It's down there at like 13 or something. Let's start at like let's start like I said, he came and seen this man, and we'll start at 7 because this was these are the demons and this man talking to the Lord, asking him if he came to torture their ass. Okay, so this is verse 6. It says, but when he saw Yahawashi far off, he ran and worshipped him and cried with a loud voice and says, what have I to do with thee, Yahawashi, thou son of the most high power, which is Yahawah? I adjure thee by the most high that thou torment me not. See, they were like, did you come torture us? Because they know he has all the power, all dominion. For he said unto him, come out of the man, for thou unclean spirit. Right? He's talking to these demons in this man. And he asked them, what is thy name? And he answered, saying, my name is Legion, for we are many. So there's some people who have many demons in their ass, like a lot. Okay, we're going to look up this word legion. Okay, it's going to be in the Greek. It's a lock here.
Strong's G 3003. Legion. Legion.
So you hear that word? You hear how it says that legion. That's in the Greek. Right? And it says a legion, a body of soldiers whose number differed at different times. And in the time of Augustus seems to have consisted of 6,826 men. You know? So it was like, you know, it was basically, you know, back then it was known as a Roman regiment of people, but this time it's talking about actual demons in these people. So you know, it's a lot of demons in this man. Okay, we're gonna read a little bit more to show you how many there was, and this is how much can possess. This is how many of them can be in like one man. That's why you want to make sure that you know you careful who you're dealing with, because some of these people out here have many demons in their ass. That's why you see, like, you go like a certain place in the city or something, you see some motherfucking crackhead dancing and all weird and shit in the street and rolling on the ground and shit and doing dumb shit. That's because that motherfucker got a bunch of demons in his ass. You hear me? And he besought him much that he would not send them away out of the country. Now there was there nigh unto the mountains a great herd of swine feeding. And all the devils besought him, saying, send us to the swine that we may enter into them. Right? And forthwith Yahawashi gave them leave, and the unclean spirits went out and entered into the swine, and the herd ran violently down a steep place into the sea. They were about 2,000 and were choked in the sea. See, they was like, man, we trying to go back to the spirit world. Fuck this place. Even the demons hate it over here. Okay? They were trying to get the fuck out of here. Okay? But that shows you that Yahawashi has dominion over all this. He said, Isaiah 45:7, he created the lightness and the darkness, good and evil. So all this is his setup, man. You know? And some people got demons on them. You know? Another one. This dude probably had demons on him. Ohio's dad alleged confession to killing 3 sons execution style is thrown out by a judge. And the only reason why they threw it out because they didn't read him his Miranda rights. So this motherfucker, that's why this system of judgment is retarded, man. Like you could kill 10 people, but if they didn't read your Miranda rights, you could get your whole case dropped. And you just back out on the street, man. These 3 little boys put to death. All 3 of them got shot in the head, man. They said execution style, man. And they say he confessed that he did it. And they said just because they didn't read his rights, you know, that was it, man. It was over with. And now this dude out here. This dude coming on my comment board. What's this about? This is about Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. That's what this is about. This is about the Heavenly Father and his son coming back to destroy the earth. And, you know, I don't know who you is. I don't know if you an Israelite or, you know, whatever. Who knows? But we know this. You love Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, you're going to stick around. If not, you're not. You know, that's on you. But, you know, just pay attention. You might figure out that this is what you was looking for. But if not, the Lord's not going to let you stay. And I'm just a little bro. I ain't nobody. I'm just doing the work that he told me to do. So this is, we're going to go back to this. Like, we're going to go to 2 Kings chapter 6, verse 25. Wait, yeah, after we pull up this next article. You know, because I wanted to go into this a little bit, is because Elder Manat Zakba, South Carolina, was going in about this guy. Okay, going in about this guy. That's not how you spell his name, bro. But Yahawah is the name of the Heavenly Father, man. And Yahawashi, everybody ignorantly calls God, and then Yahawashi, everybody ignorantly calls Jesus Christ as the Son. And he's a so-called Negro from the tribe of Judah. But just, you know, we got a whole bunch of videos, bro. Just, you know, go in there and tap in. Go look at the community board. It goes in, and, you know, a whole lot of brothers do videos every day, you know. And if you get it, you'll be a quick understanding. You'll get it, you know. And if not, then not, you know. But we ain't got a whole lot of time, you know. I'll be honest with you on that. The time is close, but the Lord brought you here for a reason. It was either to be condemned or you're going to come to repentance. One of the two. So this right here, real life Rambos heading for Haiti to rescue Americans from gangs, okay, that barbecue and eat people for fun, right? And he was going into the elder was going in, well, you know, even though you say you white or whatever, you know, that's a term that wasn't invented until the 1680s, I think. So some of us Israelites, we look like so-called white people because, like, let's say your dad was a so-called black man, okay, or a so-called Indian or Native American, or West Indian, you know what I'm saying, Latino, and then they slept with a so-called white woman. You really an Israelite. So it goes back to your father, whatever your father was. You know, but if you are Esau, Edom, if you are white, your ass through, bro. It's over for your ass and your whole nation. That's what we're here to tell you. This Bible it teaches you that the Lord is about to destroy a certain seed line and he's about to raise one up. That's what we're telling you. So we're going to keep going back into this. It says a crack team of real life Rambos are planning a daring mission in one of the world's most dangerous places to save the lives of terrified and trapped Americans, right? When you go down, this is what they're saying. It says, Brian Stern, 45, is leading a troop of fearless comrades into the heart of lawless Haiti, where they like to barbecue and eat people for fun. And their leader is named Barbecue, okay? And you got the IUIC, they over here trying to interview this guy and talk to this guy. Why would you do that? Like, we don't have to go over there and do all that. We just supposed to do the work wherever we at in our captivity. The gospel being preached is how people wake up, not going to do refugees and mission camps. And just, you know, like I said, bro, I already answered you, bro. You know what I'm saying? I already answered you, G. You know, if you're European, you know, who knows? If we test by the spirit, it's not by color. So if you can get what we're saying, you believe in Yahawah, Yahawashi, and you don't dread the name of the Lord, and you agree and you start getting in order, you might be in Israel. Who knows? You know, but you know, we're just here to shed the light, man. And if the Lord's gonna deal with you, he's gonna deal with you. You know what I'm saying? But I want to, you know, get back to the lesson. So, you know, we'll see, man. Lord willing, you know, you wake up. That's not really, you know, I can't wake people up. We just shed the light, bro. So it says a grizzled war vet is under no illusions. See, yeah, look, yep. The spirit, that's the spirit. Shalom, big bro. Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash, Barak, Atha, the water for tuning in, big bro. Yeah, man. Big bro ain't feeling you, bro. He said, get out. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to get back over here. You know, says Brian is a founding member of CEO Project Dynamo, a nonprofit organization comprised of veterans who perform international rescue missions, right, to provide assistance of those trapped in disaster areas. So that's what they're doing. But when you go down here, it talks about this guy. Okay, this guy barbecued. Okay, Jimmy Barbecue has pushed the fallacy that his war on Haiti's government is for the public's benefit, right? But he said people are known to be barbecued and eaten by militants in Haiti, man. It's cannibalism going on over there. It's a lot of wicked stuff going on over there right now. And you got IUIC trying to interview this dude. Why would they do that, man? It's because the Lord's not dealing with them, man. You know, these other camps, man, you can't trust these other camps. And the more time goes by, the Lord makes it more and more known to show that you're going to be held accountable for following these other camps, you know. And we're going to deal with an account of cannibalism, you know, in the days of old. You know, it even happened to us in Israel. That's why it's got to happen today to the heathen. That's why it's got to happen to them. And that's what the churches won't do. They won't tell you the dark side of this Bible, like the scary side of this Bible, the stuff that's like, you know, that's hard to stomach, you know, especially for them damn Christians. Them damn Christians, them motherfuckers, all they want to do is eat bagels and make whack-ass Christian songs. All their music sucks. 2 Kings chapter 6, verse 25. And it reads, and there was a great famine in Samaria. And behold, they besieged it until an ass's head was sold for 80 pieces of silver. And the forepart of a calf's dove's dung was 5 pieces of silver. They were selling shit. Okay. And I remember I was listening to my elder the other day. My elder, he was going into talking about you know, back then, you know, dung was not as like bad as it was like it is now. You know what I'm saying? Like everything was way more healthier. The food, air, everything. You know, because there wasn't no cars driving around polluting the earth. There wasn't Amazons dumping a quadrillion motherfucking million pounds of plastic in one area of the earth every year. Like, you know what I'm saying? How long has Amazon existed? It's like 1 billion pounds of fucking cardboard out there evaporating in the earth, man. That shit is jacking shit up, man. But as we keep going, I just want to make that small point. Verse 26. And as the king of Israel, and as the king of Israel was passing by upon the wall, there cried a woman unto him, saying, help, my lord, O king, right? And what did he say? And he said, if the Lord do not help me, when shall I help thee? Out of the barn floor, out of the wine press. So when the Lord ain't dealing with you, he ain't dealing with you. It don't matter if you the king of motherfucking Israel. If he's not dealing with you, he's not dealing with you. And the Lord, for a minute, he turned his face from us. He was still dealing with us, but he was like, y'all gonna have to figure out that what it's like not being with me being there. And this is how bad it got for Israel, man. That's why we you know, we have a countenance of looking at this stuff sweet and bitter, because we know we're going home, but we look at ourselves like, damn, man, we was there, man. We went through that shit, man. You know. So verse 28, and the king said unto her, what alieth thee? And she answered, this woman said unto me, give thy son, that we may eat him today, and we will eat my son tomorrow. Okay, this is the kind of stuff that's going to start going down, man. With just regular people. People going to be eating their sons, their dogs, their little pets and shit. You know, when dire straits come, you ain't got Bahasham Yahawashi. He going to put one of them demons in your ass, and you're going to do some shit you would never thought you was going to do. That's why we say, Lord willing, we don't do none of that shit. Because it ain't up to you what you do. It's up to what the Lord wants you to do. We're glad he's got us doing this. Verse 29, so we boiled my son and did eat him. And I said unto her the next day, give thy son that we may eat him. And she have hid her son. So she tricked him. He said, we'll eat your son and we'll eat mine. She went around and told his ass, get the fuck out of here. He hid his ass. Right? And it came to pass when the Lord heard the words of the woman that he rent his clothes. He passed by upon the wall, and the people looked, and behold, he had sackcloth within upon his flesh, man. He had a sack of his own son eating on that motherfucker. This is the kind of shit that the Bible's talking about, man. This is not something to play around with, Jake. Like, this shit is dead serious. Okay? You're gonna need Yahawah Yahawashi during Jacob's trouble, because that was nothing. That time was nothing compared to what Jacob's trouble is. No time on the earth that you ever heard is compared to what Jacob's trouble gonna be. So we got to make sure that, you know, hey, we won with the Lord, especially the Passover coming up, because you don't want to eat that Passover unworthily. And we know that there's things that we can't do, like, you know, it talks about how you have to have a certain lamb. It has to be a certain age and it has to be killed and whatnot. And you know, the land Sabbaths, you're supposed to let the land rest for 7, or after 7 years, you're supposed to let it rest on the 7th year, I think. Yeah, supposed to let it rest, and they don't do none of that. So that's how all this food is defiled. Okay, so we're not gonna be able to follow all the laws, but we got to do it to the best of our abilities. And if we're doing that, the Lord will accept that sacrifice. But you got to be in order for one. You got to be serving Yahawah, Yahawashi under the brotherhood, man, or you're not gonna make it. That's the main thing you need to know. So it says Niger ordered U.S. troops to leave after Biden officials warned about ties to Russia and Iran. So now we're seeing that more countries are coming to join the BRICS. Okay, while they're over here cyber attacking the water system over here. Okay, you know, messing stuff up. You know, more people are starting to side with the BRICS. And how do we know? Right here says this: Niger want to join the BRICS, and it says Nigeria will seek to become a member. Hold on, yeah, Nigeria. Where's that? Yeah, hold on, because that says Nigeria. Hold on. Hold on. So basically, they're next to Nigeria. Okay. They're next to Nigeria. So, you know, more than likely, them and Nigeria are going to go. They're going to go over there with the BRICS because they're going to need protection. They're going to go under Russia, you know, more than likely. But, you know, we'll talk about Nigeria too. They will seek to become a member of the BRICS group of nations within the next 2 years as part of a new foreign policy push to have its voice heard in important global organizations. So, you know, many people are going to join the BRICS, you know, and I believe, you know, Niger's going to be one of those too, especially that America Babylon the Great has parted ties with them. The 1,000 personnel that was over there just left. So they're going to need some type of protection. They're going to pick a side, you know, and that's the point I want to point out. But it's just an update. That one's just an update on what's going on with who's picking whose side's picking who, you know. And this is just, you know, to show that there's going to be many people with the BRICS. So Ezekiel 38:4, and it reads, "I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws," talking about turn Russia to that old Soviet Union, okay, kind of spirit, like you know, vicious. "And I will bring thee forth in all thine army, horses and horsemen," and it's mainly talking about missiles in this, horses and horsemen. It'd be an army, but it's really talking about missiles because that's the Lord's army. "All of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords." Right? All of them going to have missiles. Verse 5, Persia, who's that? Iran, Ethiopia, and Libya with them, all of them with shield and helmet. Okay, everybody's going to get ready to come against this place. Verse 6, Gomer, which is talking about Turkey and all his bands. And Turkey was actually part of the you know, NATO, and they're leaving them motherfuckers. They're coming over here with the BRICS. "And all his bands in the house of Togomar, the north quarters, and all his bands and many people with thee." So it doesn't name everybody. So that's how more than likely, you know, Niger and a lot of these other places, these small little, you know, little places is, you know, they're not, you know, they're not prone to stick by themselves. They're going to go over there with Russia and Iran. That's why it shows that they're tied with them right here. You know, they got ties with Russia and Iran. They got ties with the BRICS. Okay, but I wanted to just put a little information on that. Now we're going to go right here. And this is to show you Eves out there, you better get a man of the Lord, man, because the Lord is going to start allowing these people with these demons to get your ass, man. It says, Alabama mom Mahogany Jackson tortured to death by a gang of 8 who filmed savage attack and unbearable footage, man. Okay. She was 20 years old, man. And this was earlier last month, about a month ago. Okay. You know, she had a 3-year-old boy, or 3-year-old Nadia, I think, a girl. But these people right here, one of them, a couple of them was some Eves. This is why 2/3 of our people got to go, man, because this is how they are, man. You know, torture the shit out of them. These is all young Jakes. Young. Ain't none of them over 30. And this is the kind of people that's going to be out here, man. You got to make sure you're good with the Lord. You know, and the best way for you Eves out there, is make sure that you praying for the Lord to keep you. So when it's time for, you to have a man of the Lord or whatnot, you don't get caught up out here, man. 2nd Ezra 16, verse 71, and they shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. So how much more for somebody who don't fear Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi? They're going to be trying to get at our ass, and some of us is going to die, but not a lot of us. I don't believe so. The ones that trust in Yahawah, Yahawashi, a lot of us is not going to die. That's what the elders always talk about. A lot of us is going to make it, Lord willing, And the ones that do, if we do die on this side, we're going to be risen right back up. So it ain't going to matter. We're going to be good because we got faith that the Lord, whatever he put us through, we can handle it. So this is going into another one of these Edomites, one of these Amalek, the first descendants of Esau. He didn't went back to the spirit world, but he still got to face his punishment. He's got to go into slavery with the rest of these motherfuckers. It says Buckingham Palace confirms King Charles III. Oh, is alive after media reports his death. So he's still alive. I thought he said he was dead, but he's alive. But if he did die, okay, if he did end up dying, he still got to go into slavery. That's the point I wanted to put out there. So either way, whether he's alive or dead, motherfucker, you still going into slavery. Because your ass is Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. All y'all motherfuckers going into slavery. And the other nations. You're all going into slavery because y'all had plenty, just like I was listening to GMS in his lightness earlier. He was talking about that. Like y'all had all these times. Y'all had all these times to get y'all shit together and be righteous. And none of them. All these times y'all had a chance to tell the truth, that we were the true Israelites and all that, and y'all just was like nah, we're just gonna keep lying. So that's why you're going into captivity. This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. He is the faith and the patience of the saints, man. This is what we're waiting on. This is what we want to happen to your ass if you're not Israel. Okay. And we know 2/3 of our people are going to go over there too, and that's, we don't even, we ain't even talking to them really. We just tell the ones who believe the hopeful leg not to fuck with them because the Lord's going to end up putting demons on their ass and they're going to take that Qadash. They're going to take the mark of the beast, grain of rice, the RFDI chip, and putting your right hand on your forehead. Next article. I got 2 more articles, couple precepts. We gone. It says a student persuaded by his friend to get legs amputated for a $1.3 million insurance scam wound up only getting $7,200 that now he has to return. Damn, man. That's judgment right there. You done chopped your damn legs off. Thought you was going to get a milli. And, he had to return the little $7,200 he got. And now his ass, and he went through some hell to do it too. It says student in Taiwan had his leg amputated to claim $1.3 million in insurance payouts. It says the Criminal Investigation Bureau said the man soaked his feet for 10 hours in dry ice to get frostbite. That is fucking hell, man. That is hell. He didn't get shit for that shit. But the plan backfired when the medical staff saw his energy seemed to be suspicious. See what I'm saying? Yeah, man. That's why we tell you the love of money is the root of all evil, man. This motherfucker love money so much. He said, I'm going to chop my doggone legs off. What the fuck? And he was persuaded by his friend. And that's the main point I want to get into. Just because somebody say you're your friend, don't mean they're your friend, Jake. Shit's fucking going off. People are waxing worse and worse out here. Like, I've never heard that like that. What the hell is going on with these motherfuckers? These motherfuckers got demons on them. doing that kind of shit. That's fucking retarded. This is the second Esdras chapter 6, verse 24, and it reads, at that time, shall friends fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountain shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. But the main thing is talking about, friends fighting against another, and then it'll come to a point where, there ain't gonna be no fresh water. There ain't gonna be none of that. Ain't gonna be shit. Okay, all we're gonna have is Yahawah, Yahawashi. And that's actually, pretty spontaneous with them attacking the damn water system over here in America, Babylon the Great. Okay, you just wake up one day and none of your faucets is spitting out water. Okay, like type shit. And we know all these damn train derailments then polluted a lot of the main rivers. So you're not going to be able to just drink anything. You're going to have to be spiritual at that time and be instructed by the Lord, because the Lord said he's going to instruct the elect in that day. And Lord willing, we have that number. So Matthew 24, verse 9. And after this, we got a couple more precepts, a couple more articles. We gone. Try to make it quick. Matthew 24, 9. Then they shall deliver you up to be, and this is when you go into 7. Let's go back just a little bit. It talks about all these are the beginning of sorrows. We'll go back a little bit to make it make more sense. Verse 7, for nation shall rise. Matthew 24, 7, Yahawashi speaking. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. Been seeing all that, over the years, and it's been ramping up this year. Verse 8, all these are the beginning of sorrows. And when it came to that eclipse coming in on the 8th, that's literally on the new moon. And that's why you got all these people coming out here to Oklahoma, these special forces and stuff coming out, because they terrified, man. They know the signs and the times, man. And they said the last time there was an eclipse similar to this, they said that America has recorded some of the greatest earthquakes they ever seen. Okay, some of the greatest disasters they've ever seen. Last time an eclipse happened like this in 2017. Okay, so they're freaking out. Okay, they're finding out Bahasham ain't playing with their ass. Verse 9. After all that happens, right? This is what's going to happen. After the famine of the word, they're going to start coming at us, man. They're going to start coming at the brothers. Verse 9. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. Why are they going to hate us? Because they know Yahawah has come back to whoop their ass. There's nothing they can do about it. We're just here to give you the message. We're just mailman. The prophets. We're just going to tell you. They're going to be like, we hate you for that. And be like, all right, how do we know? Because the Lord said they're going to hate us. Verse 10, and then shall many be offended and shall betray one another and shall hate one another. And we already seeing that play out before we even get there. We got this dude talking about chop your legs off there, give you $1 million. They gave you that at 7,200 and said, get that shit back. Don't trust everybody you're talking to, Jake. Motherfucker, get your ass set up, man. How your ass out here with no limbs. So this is Trump says he could have to sell his assets to cover $454 million in fraud judgment. Okay. And this is showing you that the Lord is now judging these Edomites. He's stripping them of their of the things that they've had to brag about. Because that's all you saw Edom brags about is all his shit he has. Like, guess how you know somebody Edomite too? They'll brag about what guns they got or brag about all that shit they got. And that's all they talk about. Y'all got this 454 Cadillac converter truck or whatever the fuck they be saying. Just bragging about their damn car, and talking about all the inside shit of it or they base or some shit. That's how you know somebody Edomite. They just be talking about some dumb shit. They ain't got nothing to do with spirit. We don't give a fuck if your car is nice. Nigga, I'm not even riding in that shit. Why do I give a fuck? This is James chapter 5, verse 1. Go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you, right? Your riches are corrupted and your garments are moth-eaten. It's James 5, 1-2, right? Verse 3, your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be as a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. Ye have heaped treasure together for the last days, man. Through, okay? Now you got to sell all his little Cadillacs or whatever. You got to sell his little hotels and shit. And he's going to be sad. Border wall falls causing traumatic injuries. So it's been a lot of all that border stuff they setting up. It's not staying up, man. And you never know, the Lord could just send a damn tornado and blow all that shit up. Like, fuck all that shit up. Don't matter what Esau Edom does. We even had Trump talking about he wanted to build a dome over the whole America Babylon the Great to protect it from missiles. Like, yeah, that's fucking retarded. Like, how many disasters and shit and earthquakes and shit? That shit ain't gonna stay the fuck up. Y'all can't even keep your damn border walls up. Them bitches is falling on everybody and shit. Man, yeah, you can't trust Edomite, man. You can't trust these motherfuckers. Okay? Because the Lord is gonna throw their shit down at the end of the day. You know, that's why I said he speaketh fair, but don't believe it. It said, believe him not. You better not believe his ass, Jake. Yeah, it's gonna be out there. It's gonna be like that one dude who got $0 for getting his legs cut off after putting his shit in the freezer 10 hours. Fucking retard. Malachi 1 verse 4, it reads, whereas Edom saith, we're impoverished, right? But we will return and build the desolate places. That's what we're seeing. Everything has been rebuilt by Esau, even the so-called white man. There's 1,000 military American Babylon the Great bases across the fucking world. Okay? So we're impoverished. We will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people whom the Lord have indignation forever. So there's no way you're getting out of this punishment, Edom. We don't give a shit. We want you to get punished. We're glad, okay? Because he ain't done nothing to you, you know, since the dawn of time. He ain't really done nothing to you. You know, he impoverished y'all one time, and y'all been out here ruling ever since. Okay, he put y'all in the caves for just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And they put y'all back out here. Y'all been talking shit the whole time. Now you can get your ass whooped. So that's all I got for today. Lord, when is edifying to the flock. Shalom to elect Israel, to the hopeful elect Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians, and the foreign Israelites, a little like the other nations scattered across the four corners of the earth. I want to give all praise to Barak, Yahawashi. Got to give all praise to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash. Want to give double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone, led us all to his truth, and been ordained by the Lord to teach the flock how to live, repent, pray, fast, and show forth the Lord's righteousness and mercy, judgment, forgiveness, and wrath to all those who are part of the elect and to the hopeful elect. Lord, wouldn't be part of that number. Lord, wouldn't this be edifying to those who fear in the name of the Lord and striving to show forth the Lord's righteousness every day to the best of their abilities. His judgment always comes to light. Zephaniah 3:5. It is not slack. Yeah. Let me just make sure I said that right. Sometimes, yeah, it is Zephaniah 3:5. Just want to make sure. Yeah, his judgment always comes to light. Yeah, I always be saying it every day, but there's a couple times I said, yeah, that's right. Yep. Judgment always comes to light. Zephaniah 3:5. It is not slack. 2 Peter 3:9. And it's unto a ring. 2 Edges 5:42. Ball. The waterfall. Y'all tuning in, whoever y'all may be, especially you, big bro. And you know, shalom, man. Once again, Yahawashi, Qadash, Barak. The water tune in, big bro. You know, and all you believers out there, brothers and sisters, Bahasham, Qadash, Barak. Whoever tunes in here and on after. So peace and blessing to the elect, Kwam Yasharala. Shalom.